Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and today we are going to talk about a subject that we know about, but we rarely talk about. Now, it's been an age-old conversation about deadbeat dads. Well, let's flip the coin today and talk about deadbeat moms. They exist, y'all. Them hoes exist. Welcome back to the channel. Before I begin, what we down here to talk about. Before I begin talking about what we down here to talk about, honey, hold on. Yeah, I don't know how this shit go, but it is what it is. So, y'all like my Meet Me on Blab shirt? Look, y'all. Got beef? Meet Me on Blab. If you want to copy one of these old good shirts and some good jewelry and other things that offered on the website, I'll put it down in my description box, but you can contact spillitboy.com. That's our very own James Colwell. And child, if the price is right, the piece will be to you like that. Okay. Just a little advertisement for my James right then. But I really appreciate and love my Meet Me on Blab shirt, honey. I got these girls sitting up in it too. Sure do. Meet me on Blab, bitch. Get over here on that Blab. Get into it. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna be discussing deadbeat moms. Now, it's been an age-old tale of women talking about men who procreate with women, maybe up to several of them, and they don't provide for the children, meaning that there's no financial support given to the mother. They don't spend any quality. When I say QT time, that's what I'm gonna be using it. I'm gonna be saying QT. I mean quality time with the kids or nothing. You're not shaping their lives going forward at all. Well, we already hear about that. We hear about the women that have to take the man to court just to get the child support and everything else. But again, like I said, in the interest of being fair and by subby request, I want to talk about the other side of the coin, the deadbeat mom. Now, let's define deadbeat mom. A deadbeat mom is not a woman who works all the time because that's what she got to do to provide a roof over her child's head, clothes on their back, or food for them to be able to eat. That's not a deadbeat mom. That's just an overworked, underpaid mom. When I say deadbeat mom, I'm speaking of those ladies who go out here and they have these children back to back for either financial gain, be it through the government or through putting that man on child support. Deadbeat mom, that woman who gives her children no attention whatsoever, but expect to wear the crown of mom. Those are the type of women that I want to talk about today. The worst thing to me, one of the most beautiful things that a woman can do in this life is give birth. That trumps any accomplishment that you can ever have in the book of my mind, okay? I think that when God allows you to become the person who shapes another individual, that's a job that you should take very seriously. And it's very disheartening when I see young women out here who don't take that job seriously. You're not just giving birth to a child, you're shaping a life. You don't know who in your womb from birth. Martin Luther King's mother had no idea that her son would be a civil rights leader, one of the biggest civil rights leaders of all time. Malcolm X did not know that his mother did not know that what she carried in her womb would later on be one of the most influential civil rights civil rights leaders of our time. Barack Obama, mom probably never knew that she carried in her womb the first and maybe only African American, at least partially African American president of these United States. Okay, you never know who you are. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, the list, Oprah Winfrey, the list go on and on and on. Shirley Chisholm. I mean, come on. It's plenty of people out here who parents didn't know when they were resting inside of their mother's womb what their life story would be, what role they would have in American society today. We have no idea when we're carrying our kids who we grooming. And I know y'all can say, well, here, there ain't no Charlie Manson. Mom ain't know she was carrying a deranged lunatic in her womb. Okay, yeah, it's the flip of the draw, baby, whatever. What I'm saying is, when you become impregnated with a child, I think that at that moment, your life should never be the same. I don't care what you got going on. There should be some modification to what you do with your life and how you carry yourself, because now you taking on a role of structuring someone's future. Okay? I can't stand to see women out here, and we you know, they don't like to talk about it, but let's just be real. A lot of girls I see around here, they having babies for financial gain. They either lay up with a dude they think got a good job, or he a celebrity, and they have these kids. They're not having these kids because they want to take care of these kids. They having these damn children because they want to be able to capitalize off of their children. That is a deadbeat ass mom to me, because you're not trying to think about long term for your child. You thinking right now for you. You got women out here that go have babies simply so they can go and sign up for welfare, food stamps, and Section 8. They capitalizing off of the birth of their child, never giving that child a decent chance. Because if you give now, I'm not going to be the one to sit down here and say mistakes don't happen. Sometimes, you know, you have a moment, okay? And you wind up, you get pregnant. But it's at that moment you need to start preparing to be upstanding person in this person's life. You need to be prepared, because you will take on the role of role model. Whatever you want for your children to be like in the future going forward, you have to be the example that you want to see. It breaks my heart when I see little kids running around here and they look like they straight off of what's that little show them kids used to be all tore up and raggedy? What it is, I hate to see a child look like a little rascal, but your mama looked like she stepped off of the centerfold. I got a problem with that. I hate to hear about women who out here who get their child support check, and the first thing they could think about doing is going to get them some 22 inches or longer, because if you don't have 22 inches or longer, you're practically bald-headed. See, Maddie do it all year long, so I don't have no problem with her. But when you waiting on the 1st or the 15th to get your check, and that's the first thing you think about doing, I got a problem with you, because you capitalizing off of your children. Now, you want to sit here and say men don't do this, men don't do that. It's a lot of times these men are not fully, at fault for stuff, because you got women out here who don't allow them to be a part of their children's lives. All they care about is getting their fucking check. And when they get that check, motherfuck their child and their nigga. What about the bond that a parent should have with their child? What about loving on your children? What about helping develop their ideals in life, teaching them, instilling some morals and values inside of your children. What about that? That takes second place to you looking good, going out to the club to pop pussy for the real niggas. At least that's what you think you doing. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. And I feel like if men can always come under fire, women can come under fire too. I believe that it should be laws set up to where if you're not I don't understand how they get this government assistance. See, that's the most important. That grind my gears, y'all. Because this is what I can't understand. If my tax dollars is going to help you take care of your children, you need to be either in some type of schooling trying to get you a trade. And every one of them dollars should go toward bettering the lives of those children that you have. My tax dollars I shouldn't sit next to a bitch in the nail shop and she swipe that little card they give them, because you know the card, that it's the same food stamp card and the welfare check come on there at the same time. They swipe that little card. I shouldn't be sitting next to a bitch that got a card like that at the nail shop. I shouldn't be at the wig shop getting my head side for a nice old piece of cloth and I got a bitch in there standing next to me and she swiping that Louisiana Purchase. I got a problem with that, because that's not what my tax dollars are set up for. Now, if I see you down in Target or down there at the Walmart in the kids section getting some shoes, some clothes, some school supplies and things like that, then I don't have no problem with that, because children grow and you got to keep them, you got to stay buying clothes for kids. As they get older, the faster they grow. Shit, what you wore last month, not even fit next month, okay? So when I see that, I don't have a problem with that. But when I see you taking my tax dollars to go and buy things to make you feel better about you, or so that you can go to the club, or you at the ATM machine where they charging anywhere from $2.50 to $4.50 just to swipe the damn card, and you fucking getting coins out so you can get ready to throw some dollars, make it rain on the strippers at the club. I got a problem with that, because to me, you are a deadbeat mom. You are not taking care of your family. You don't use government assistance to do no shit like that. You don't use your children's child support money. If you want to have that type of life, first of all, you shouldn't be wanting to do the shit. Now, I'm not saying mothers are delegated to just staying home with the kids and going to work only, because everybody got to have a life. But you forfeit your fucking life when you have children. That means that it's going to be Lil Wayne concerts you going to fucking miss. That means it's going to be nights out with the girls that you gonna miss. It means that you gonna miss a whole lot of shit, because your top priority, your number one job now is shaping the life of the person that you brought into this world. And when I see women who do not do that, that makes me mad as hell, because you got women out here that want to have kids so damn bad. They want to have a child to love, and we'll take care of that child. We'll nurture that child. We'll instill those morals and values in those children. And they can't have one for whatever reason. But you got Sally Sue over here in the projects or somewhere near, and this bitch is popping them out every 11 months. She having a fucking child. And I don't understand that. But that's the way life goes, It's not, that's a part of the greater design of life, and that I don't have a damn thing to do with. But what I can say is, if you don't love your kids, if you're not willing to sacrifice, because the sacrifice starts from the moment that you learn that you're pregnant, okay? That sacrifice will carry you throughout your life. Even when they get grown, don't think the job ended at 18 or 21, because it don't. If my job ended at 18 or 21, I'd be retired by now. My children are 26, finna be 27, the oldest one. My son will be 19 years old on the 3rd of February next week. My twins will be 24 years old August of this year. My job ain't stopped yet. It don't stop because they become adults. Now it gets a lot less, your responsibility as they get older, but they'll always be my responsibility, because they're my eggs, okay? When I brought them in here, for me to guide them for the remainder of my life in whatever capacity once they become adults that they need me to guide them in. I am the voice of reason. I am the voice of understanding. I am the voice of rationalization. I am the voice of financial assistance. Sometimes I'm the voice of a whole lot of things in their lives. And as women, as mothers, that is your job. That's your lifelong duty. And if you don't take that seriously, why sit up and have them? Just because even if you're getting them for financial support, those kids gonna grow up. What you gonna do then? You're going to live off the government or live off this man child support for 18 years, 21 years if they stay in school? What about being the example that you want to see? How about you showing your children how not to be you? If you procreated and don't have a husband in that family unit that's truly a real family unit, how about you teaching your kids to do better? I feel like I've done pretty well in my life, despite what some may hear on the YouTube. That y'all don't know me like this, so fuck it. But I feel like I've done a pretty good job as a mom. You know what I'm saying? I feel like not as a mom. I feel as an individual, as a black woman in America today, I have surpassed a lot of the obstacles that were placed before me. And for that, I'm proud. But my most important job I'm still on, and that's the job of nurturing and mothering my children. I could never see myself using my kids for financial gain. Fuck all of that. They mean more to me than that. And then let's just be real. I don't know how many of y'all got kids, but I'm sure that according to my demographics, I do reach a lot of women who would probably be mothers by, now. And maybe your kids might not be grown. But you mean to tell me that all your kids is financial support for you? But then it'll be the first one to run down there to that courthouse and say what a man ain't doing for you. What man want to give you their money if they know that you're not doing right by their kids? Or they can't even come see their goddamn kids because, bitch, you act so fucking stupid, but you sure looking for that check when it's supposed to be on that card. You looking for that. You checking that shit the night before to make sure it didn't direct deposit early. But you ain't got time to you ain't got time to let him be a part of his children's lives. Because all you think about is, bitch better have my money. No, bitch, it's more to being a parent than that. And as women, we're held to a different standard than a man. We're that person, okay, boy children gonna look at their mama for an example of what a woman is supposed to be. If you at the club every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, what kind of example is that? Sitting the kid up in the motherfucking room with the Cartoon Network on. I know some of them kids, some of y'all kids growing up, I know y'all probably don't watch me, but I know y'all know some kids that probably just know Cartoon Network by heart. They is sick and tired of Cartoon Network, and they sick and tired of you getting them cheers with goddamn Benadryl so that they go to sleep at night too, bitch. Take care of your fucking kids. They are our future. And if you want to produce children into this society that are productive and possible leaders, then it starts with you at home. You have to do what you're supposed to do. I cannot stand a bitch that sit up on her ass all day and just mope and complain about kids. Oh, I got kids. Well, what are you doing to make life better for you and your children? You send your ass up being messy and because see, when you're bored, bitch, miss come with you. Okay, miss come with you. You're not trying to go no school. You're not trying to get no trade, bitch. You ain't trying to volunteer your services. Maybe you can learn something. You're not trying to do a damn thing. All you waiting on is somebody to give you something. And that's sad because you teaching it to your children. That's why you have generations. I remember one time, y'all, I stayed down in the projects one time. That's right, I lived in the projects before, bitch. Don't let this hair, these nails, this nice ass shirt, and everything fool you. I didn't live bad before. I have. I was shocked when I moved into the project and I met one lady, okay? She was around about my age. At that time, we was in our 20s and shit. I think early 20s. She had a daughter. Her daughter had got an apartment because she got of age and they gave her an apartment over there. But y'all, when I realized that the mama, the daughter, the mama, and the mama, it was a whole fucking generation of these damn people living in the projects. They all had the same mentality. They always looking for their food because that was back when there used to be paper food stamp. It wasn't no card. Don't come in here, I'm doing something. It wasn't no food stamp. You know, people will really try your testament sometimes. They really tries my testament and my temperament in this house. They do. And it's going to come a time where I'm going to snap, crackle, and pop on them because I am still the head of this household, okay? And I don't mind. Baby, they say the kingdom suffered violence, but the violence was overcome by force. Watch me force some violence on these motherfuckers soon. But back to the story at hand. I can't stand, all the thing I used to sit up and see them people do, because back then we used to get the paper, everything, okay? They would, around the first, y'all, they would sit up around it. They would actually surround because the mailboxes were, you had the key for the little mailboxes, but he would have to go in through the laundromat and go into this little room where he could put the mail in each slot. They would actually sit their ass up there and wait on that man to put all that mail in there. And I know it was over 800 people staying in that damn project area. They would sit their asses out there until that mailman, because you couldn't take nothing out the mail until he comes out of the building. That was the rule. If you didn't, then you be reported to the manager and she would have something to say to you about this shit there too, okay? They basically was protecting the mailman, because I think it was a situation, child, once where the motherfucker had then almost got jumped on for not having somebody goddamn check, okay? So now the rule was you let him put the mail in there. Then when he gets in his truck to leave, then y'all can access y'all mailboxes. So with that being said, I would sit around and watch these women, because my apartment was right there by the mailbox. I ain't had to go sit out there. These hoes sitting out here, I'm talking about y'all, they would gang up by the mailbox because it's time to get them damn welfare checks or for them food stamps. You know, throughout the month, different people get their cards based on the last digit of their social security number +5. Yeah, bitch, I know. I've been there, done that before, okay? But, and 14 is always the last motherfucking date. But, because 9 times 5 is 14. But, I would watch them sit there and have conversations about what they gonna do. I never heard conversations like, well, I'm going to take my kids and get them some new outfits, or I'm going to take my kids to go do something that could enhance their mindsets. I ain't never hear nothing about taking them to no Black History parades. I ain't never hear nothing about getting them some learning, ABC learning stuff. I don't know if ABC learning was out back then, but hell, it was plenty of other shit that was out there back at that time. I never heard that. All I heard about was going to such and such apartment to get my hair done, and what time we gonna meet down at the club, or what time we gonna meet at the top of the project so we can walk down to the club. That's all I heard. So y'all basically were a bunch of bitches that was capitalizing off your children. Meanwhile, you gonna get these kids money. You gonna pay whatever little piece of rent you gotta pay around there. And someone wasn't even paying it, y'all, because they was getting evicted. But you gonna pay whatever little bill you got to pay around there. That's gonna leave you more than enough money to take care of your kids, buy your kids clothes and shoes. The very women that was sitting on them steps waiting on that man to deliver that goddamn mail, them bitches would be sitting their motherfucking ass out there later on somebody's porch getting their weaves put in and shit, and their kids would be ripping and running all through the project with holes in their shoes, high water ass pants on, looking like them clothes been on them for 3 and 4 days, and you think that's okay. Now you getting ready to be dressed to the gods, but your children are looking like that. Income tax time. Ain't none of them bitches had no job. Just 1 or 2 scattered here and there, and you should have seen them flocking to them hoes, trying to see if they need a dependent to carry, because they trying to get them a couple of dollars for income tax. They do that now. Motherfuckers don't beat it. Bit more took care of your child all year long or not. But if you offer them $1,200, you bitch sold. That shit remind me of fucking slavery. I swear it get on my goddamn nerve, y'all. And I want to say this too. Just in case I got some young person listening to me. Look here, baby. If you is getting some income tax money back this income tax season, don't spend your damn income tax money on bullshit. Because it's always this thing called the what if factor that always comes into play right after you done spent all your damn money. So start this year off right. If you getting your income tax money for you and your children or whatnot, put some money aside for your children. How about opening up some CDs for your kids? How about opening up some IRAs for your goddamn self? Because, bitch, Social Security going to be obsolete soon, okay? Think about your future. Think about the future of your children. It's important. You don't know who you're raising. Invest that time. If you didn't ask and then stop depending on other people to fucking help you do this shit. Look, let me tell you something. If you didn't ask permission when you lay, you shouldn't be fucking expecting folks to just jump in. Now, if you got you some help, be happy for your help. But don't motherfucking expect somebody to help you with that because you didn't ask for no help when you was making it. Don't be expecting help to just fall in your lap when you get it. Being a mother is a hard job. It's a 24-hour a day, 7 day a week, 365 day a year job, and you got to be on it. Bitch, you ain't gonna want to get up all the motherfucking time. You ain't gonna want, and stop feeding them goddamn noodles to keep them fixing them healthy, balanced meals. Get your motherfucking punk ass up getting all them goddamn food stamps and you down there with 3 and 4 cases of noodle. Fuck that shit. Now, I ain't saying don't get a oodle and noodle because sometimes it get you through, okay? But what I'm saying is, get your ass up and do the job that you signed up for. You asked to be a mom. You got that shit. Live up to what you have to do. Because you don't know who you carrying. And whether you have a Barack Obama or a Charlie Manson, just know at the end of the day that you did the best that you can do with what you were given. And to me, that's a successful mother. It ain't no manual on the shit. It's trial and error. When they come out our puss, that don't know that child afterbirth come after that. Don't no fucking manual slide out with no guide to be no great mom. It ain't no such thing as the great mom. It's the such thing as how much of you are you willing to sacrifice. And it's so that my 4 eggs can succeed in life, I'll give my life. Because they didn't ask to come here. I chose to lay up and have them. And whether I get participation from the father or not, and regardless of whether or not he's present in their life or not, I owe my children the best chance at life that I can provide for them. And the best thing that I can do first is be there for them. Know who I raised. Know who I had. You should know your goddamn children. And sometimes when you done gave all you can give, be prepared for that one or that two that might not, might stray to the side. That happens. You can be the best mom and dad, do all the praying you want to. But as they get older, they got their own minds, their own characteristics. They're going to do what the fuck they want to do. So the best thing I could tell you to do, parents, mothers, just give it all you got. And when they still decide to go do something stupid, bitch, make you a YouTube channel like I did and keep it moving, okay? Now, for real. The best thing to do is just stay in prayer. Stay in prayer. Because eventually, what you gave them will come back and you'll start to see the difference in what they were opposed to what they are going back to. Everybody's straight. We all have strayed and come short of the glory. But don't give up on your children no matter what. It's your obligation. It's your responsibility. You ask for it. Live with it. In the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. See you guys back down here for the next video. Peace. Go get you a shirt. SpillyBoy.com. Baby, don't sleep on him. Go get you one. Child, look at that. Got beef. Meet me on Blab. I let a player. Peace.